Yeah, they may have had the problems on it, but also at the same time, if we actually, you know, overall, I think Complexity should be too strong from Imperial. That Imperial are here was kind of a surprise. They didn't think they were even going to be here. Long straight away. Try gets a good entry, and we'll get into our feelings, of course, about Imperial a little bit more as the game goes on. And if Try keeps hitting shots like that, then definitely it'll only be good things, we have to say. Descenti will do great work against Floppy too. Suddenly it's a 5v2, and Elysian Holzer have kind of nowhere to go.
All right, well, this is looking pretty scrappy already. I mean, Holzer gets his, sure. What do we do in this situation? Gonna move in towards CT and Elise. She gets tagged down low. This feels non-existent. Try. It feels like might have more or less single-handedly given them this round. That opening double in towards long gave them so much space. He tries to lurk to catch Holzerk, and it's not to be. So 2 versus 3, but will Phelps get cleared? Oh, he does maybe go a little early. Holzerk will punish. Surely, but not even fighting. How have Imperial lost that round? How in God's name have they lost it? That's a 2 versus 4. That Complexity had no right in winning, but credit, absolute credit to Holzerk and Elise. I think even they're thinking, how have we got away with that? Well, obviously, it's been showing. Red Cannons have become a super scary tide domestically. Grim doesn't get cleared, and Pinana gets it. But jumping on the spot is definitely not what we want. Trying to make something work for him. He might lose to the pistol. This is... Yeah, it's one of the fights of all time right now, actually, in all fairness. No Way is also tagged. I mean, this round feels like it's basically decided on whether Descentre can get active. Try, good for one. Does get traded. No Way still low. Both players now known as well. Descentre tries to catch JT off guard, and it's not to be. All down to No Way. He ain't got time, and he ain't got the bomb. Trav, round done. Complexity 3-0.
Oh, dear. That was pure mess. Yeah. I think the main thing for Imperial as well is that obviously their Pro League results were incredibly impressive. They got a couple of upset wins, which you wouldn't expect. But they played in general a lot less games than Complexity had to play at Pro League. So I just feel like the reps for Complexity are so much better in a series like this. But this one could be problematic. He's just got an AWP of all things. And maybe he should not take it again, because that's very awkward. And JT only gets the one when he had a pretty well set lineup. B bomb site taken. This has fallen apart so quickly, and honestly, I'm not sure how.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Grim and Holzer, we just keep on what we've got. Unfortunately, it was a couple of missed shots and a couple of awkward fights, and a very simple one from Imperial as they just waltzed on towards the B site, and even now are still having a little look around. I can see Try, or Vinny Marseille, in fact, with that Eagle looking over towards ramp leg, spotted. Easy one for Holzer to react to. He'll pop himself back over. He wants to see if anyone else around that corner does a bit more damage with the flash himself than anyone on Imperial.
Yeah, the seeing that kill from Phelps and toward JT from his POV is actually pretty interesting, because I really do feel like JT, if he gets that second, the round's kind of back on, but it's a great jiggle headshot from Phelps. And it just falls apart once they lose that mid control. Holzerk does well to get some control back in this round. Catches his 9th kill of the game without a single death. Vinny did get a really important entry on JT on long, though. And we're going to be refacing towards short. This smoke is still up, so it's going to give them an opportunity to go for this boost above that short smoke. How long do they keep themselves in this position, though? Lower tunnel player could be the one to get caught off, but they just drop off of it silently as he peeks forward. This is where the fight's going to go down. Grim's still hiding in that smoke, and now he's been separated, segregated by the molly. Oh, it leaves... Oh, I think it's Elysian in such a bad position, and No Way will get flashed in for it. It's a bit awkward. He gets pointed up himself too, and then Holzer gets caught as well, ducking underneath the bullet. Descenti manages to take him too, and Imperial fighting well early game after losing that 3-0 start.
Yeah, since the guns have come out, they actually look really solid. The AWP may stay alive here. I say may, because it's down to whether Floppy can hit these shots, and yeah, that's a good one. No, he's making a move. He is making a move. He's making a step as well. I think that was heard. And yeah, Floppy will thankfully survive there. So the AWP kept in play here.
I've given it to Holzerk, even though he doesn't have the armor. Of course, Grim and Floppy do have theirs, but Try goes a bit aggressive, and now this is an angle where absolutely no way could have been out-orped on, but thankfully he does expect the possibility of Halzerk refacing. Elige spotted. Vinny knows, but now it's all down to timing, and Elige has actually got through quite quickly here behind Vinny. His internal clock will tick over at some point, surely will Vinny. Elige could have gone all the way through, but neither of them are looking. This is now really awkward for Elige with just a P2K. How do you even commit to one, and who do you choose? It'll be the top mid player in Vinny. There's a double headshot, there's the AK. So 4v3, he knows that Phelps has walked into long, so he's holding a really smart angle. Great crosshair placement, and an incredible spray into spawn. No armor, he even had some aim punch to deal with, and that is the Elige we know and love.
There's no way. There's no way he gets the second. Fair enough. It's like, okay, you've done some economic damage, but it's still winnable for Imperial. But the transfer is just nothing short of spectacular. And we'll take a look at this replay, I'm sure, in a second, but that is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, no wonder TC.
Yeah, enough, Imperial, in this round. Mid-sight molly, flashes over the top. That'll get Phelps in, and he might choose to drop CT from that position. We are going for a B-split. JT, good position. The immediate trade doesn't seem to be there, and he's got the help of Floppy. He will go down, though, and they'll both get run down. That's a B-site taken, but a huge fight has been won by Elige as Phelps' lurk does get removed. Bomb can go down, but Complexity have a chance at the retake with 2 kits available.
Vinny. Yeah, goes on high. Catches Grim. That's good. Retaking this B-site we know is difficult, especially with Try posted on the angle. Oh, it's a big miss. That's a bad one to be missing because Elige will punish you. You don't get second chances against him. The bold buff is delivering as he's going to get a double. Oh, Elige, that is just, again, sumptuous. I'd love to see that first kill on towards Try from his POV as well, but how he swings indoors and punishes him on that second shot. But, my God, Elige is looking red hot out the gates here.
And that's what we want to see when any fan of Complexity does watch Complexity. It's often the main man Elige. There's the brilliant tap on Try. Great little reset once again. Weird to see where Elige is and where No Way is and where Halzerk is. They just know they have so much control over the map, and now Elige, just take your time. There could be more on the plate. A lovely tap long range. Should get traded. Thankfully, Desenchi's in a good position. And with Vinny managing to deal with JT, his counterpart IGL, we're still in a 3 versus 3. We're up long. Bomb is still a long way away on the back of Vinny. But they have plenty of time with where Complexity are across the map right now. He's got Floppy worried about B. 35 seconds. There is a re-smoke on Desenchi. I'm not sure he's in the position to throw it for the cross, though, which is the biggest issue. They're going to have to get this bomb across somehow. Desenchi close mid. He gets a 1-for-1. Good trade from Grim. Halzerk will sacrifice himself for the cause. How do they get this bomb across? They have to lob it across, and they'll get it done. It will get planted, and it will get planted for long, and Vinny has the AWP.
There's Yuto here in the molly, in the flames, jumping away. He was just burned and he couldn't get out of it. Now Vinny left with all to do. He's got to lead by example here, Vinny, with the AWP first. It's not even there. That flash is exquisite from Grim. And Floppy gets a freebie. And another round for Complexity, up to 7 now. Trav, I'm liking what I'm seeing. NACS, it might be back in this instance.
Maybe Vinny would have preferred to play a longer angle.
Yes, agreed. Imperial struggling though. No two ways about it. This T side, generally a lot of teams do like the T side because you're the one who dictates the pace and sets the tempo of each and every round. And at the moment, they're just playing into all of the traps that Complexity are setting. Halzerk, nice shot from him. Continues to be on a real reign of terror here. 12-3, but Elige was also looking pretty good. He'll get caught.
Yeah. That is a big kill from Phelps. Only a second of the game. It takes down Complexity's raid boss. JT close mid, ready to go in with a flash again, but doesn't really see anything. So that might be false info later in the round. He goes refacing. Might have seen the shoulder of one. There will be a mid to B smoke thrown in. Incendiary thrown to maybe try and block any push out mid, maybe even trying to block that smoke actually from going in towards CT. A few missed nades overall though, and Phelps has jiggled out JT beautifully. Now gets the information. I'm afraid, Floppy, you have a lot on your plate, my friend. He gets one, but it's only the one, and B taken. This time, even with a smoke and a flash and 2 kits, they're a long way away.
Yeah, you know, if this is like a 3 versus 3, and maybe Floppy, even if he brings down it's like a 2 versus 2, he gets another one off the back of it. I might get more behind this. They can save him towards tunnel, so he does have to get a little active himself. Pop round, gets one, looking for two. Oh, he nearly gets it onto try as well. Ooh, sigh of relief. Couple stay alive for Imperial, but I mean, it's a round one, sure, but it still is expensive. 3 casualties. Still might require somebody to go in towards like a Galil, for example, if they do want that full belt to util. So complexity, they keep the pressure on even in the rounds lost, and that's exactly what we want. For a brief moment, as Elige once again getting proactive, he's going to gain information. There's not a lot here, and hence why they start to bolster up this B site. Holzek will come and join us. Floppy, he's not been doing a terrible job on the B side. He's always just been caught in like 1v4 situations. That Molotov is absolutely perfectly timed. Could have been a better way to slow them down. A flashbang as well to continue putting the pressure on. Holzer, easy first. Looks for a second. They are stuck. Rock, hard plays, both of them. None of them are great. Phelps got to go huge and actually tapping away, but another Molotov will come down. So it's all well and good you get the kills, but you can't even get on towards the site. Holzer again, perfectly played. Well, it has to be said, that one Molotov at 38 seconds, that wins in the round. Feels like Imperial literally and figuratively are sort of 1 foot in the grave. Pop flash round, Holzerk. I guess they could be in trouble. No one swings to the back of it. So he spots the barrel, but he shoots off the back of the barrel, and then there's Floppy up close. Can't get his. Tries to line up another, and Phelps jumping will be another kill behind it. JT can't confirm that kill, and that should be the round. 2v5, surely.
Yeah, Complexity tries something a little bit different on the final round of the half. You know what, I don't blame them. They've had a great half overall. Try and keep it dynamic. Leach has to go absolutely massive here. He's already got the car player, but working his way through is not going to happen. And Imperial do get their 4th, but it's 8 for Complexity at half. Yeah, Leach was, I think, 2 and 3 early game, and then suddenly it was like 12 and 3 out of absolutely nowhere. Only took a couple of rounds. He had a brilliant half, and it was the instigator really was that round with the AK on the eco. Essentially crosses mids. He's quite a lot of information. Holzek has the smoke and the flash in this round. What a brilliant tap that is. Floppy. Poor guy, he doesn't have a chance to shoot back there. Felt spotted on short as well, and we'll realise that Complexity might... This could be their main option, being up towards short and toward A. That's exactly what's going to happen. Phelps with a nice tap, and no way. Lovely recovery, even finds another one, and suddenly, from nowhere, a few bullets shot means that Holzerk is 1v5. A couple of kills would be nice for the future, but he's not even going to be allowed to get that. Mr. No Way used to be a streamer, now a fragger in Rio and in his home country.
For the most part, out for the Imperial side, they've still got money left in reserves on 3 out of 5 of them, basically. So we look towards this, flashes out, Floppy. We'll get a bit of space here as well. They're going to try and contest them for this, and it works against No Way and Try. Both going to fall. Desenchi also going to get clipped as well, just on the edge of that smoke. And that Molotov, it bounces weirdly. It actually works against Phelps. I don't think that was meant to be thrown that way, but unfortunately, it's the same result. And Holzerk rips ahead. Vinny just gets shell-shocked by that shot.
Pure duels with manpower and pack power. Unfortunately, Complexity bested them, and that is one way to win your opening gun round. Holzek still on that scout, but 17 and 7. I would not put it past him to get another kill. It looks like Elige just wants to aim duel the site, and that is the kill going his way straight away. 19 HP only, does get dinked, and there isn't a smoke up on doors yet, so Complexity are playing with fire a little bit here, and that will give essentially a chance to respond, but Grim, good shot.
Yeah. Good Molotov as well set up. That just clears any doubts there. And I think, as we're absolutely seeing, Try is by no means going to go look over towards that B site. There's no point. We've already mentioned it. Statistically, the hardest site to retake currently in the map pool. It was always the case in Back and Go when it was prevalent in this Dust 2 map. And
yeah, and the worst part of this, of course, overall for Imperial, is this is their strongest map overall.
It doesn't look it, right? You know, things go awry. You can even see Try is playing over towards mid, but he's not exactly committed to those fights. JT, does he clear? No, trigger discipline. JT's got to do a little bit better there on the clearance. They throw a Molotov, but it's still a big gap in behind. But Grim for 2, looks for 3 as well. The Molotov might give him a bit of a preferential fight as No Way's ticking in the flames. He's flashed as well, but gets 1, looks for 2. And still, maybe a chance at 3 versus 3. This round's far from done here, but still, this is where we do see the best of the best. Tries giving them a chance. As Elige gets caught, the nade will come over and a little bit of damage as well, but the bomb goes down. 2 versus 2. They're going to boost the AWP up as well as Try will deliver, and Floppy thrust into a 1 versus 2. No, he doesn't even get the first. It's labored. It's so labored. And Try, like Imperial, survive a scare.
Unfortunately, Flop very much stopped on that occasion.
Oh, well, Try. He continues this pretty heroic form of the last round. And even a little bit more damage on towards Elige as well. How's your reactions? Great is the answer. Phelps, good night, Sunshine. He'll get caught. Not a bad game, Phelps, but Elige has just been nuclear.
He's been unreal, man. Again, essentially above the CT smoke with the AWP. Elige has crept past. I don't think it's been seen, and that puts a lot of pressure on Vinny. He's in a tough position. If they do decide to go toward B, he'll get flanked from either side, and that will mean he'll probably need 2.5, if not 3 kills. This is going to be so tough for Vinny. And it's an incredibly laboured spray. Hell no. The sprays haven't been hitting much for either one of these two teams in certain moments, unless you're Elige. And Complexity will definitely get their way to 11.
Oh my god! You can't be doing that.
Down.
So
Sit
effortlessly.
down.
Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't peek him. Stop. What are we doing? Why are we peeking Elige in this sort of form? This is a death sentence. Stop feeding the kid. He is loving it. We're past the point of bold buff. This is just ridiculous. Elige loving life right now in the server. That first shot is nuts on that ramp play, and the second isn't bad either. But why are we dying for no reason there? We should be just trying to save as best we can. Oh no, he's getting spammed, he's getting tested. He will finally see off Elige. No way, desperately trying to stay alive, and he will by a mere half a second, maybe even that. His first fight, pretty important. Vinny cannot fall for nothing. Has to at least get the volley down. That's the one job he has to do, and he can't. Descentia gives it a good college try, but JT now, he's just trying to drag attention. He gets mighty close to winning out that fight against the FAMAS. However, Trav, numbers in favor of Imperial. They might give this a go. Well, I feel like they should give this a go. They've got nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, you just have to. Even with a lack of a kit, just give it a try. Elige could be the dagger in the hearts once again, though. Holzer can't win the duel. What can Elige do? Oh, he's somehow crept through silently. I don't believe it. He's found 2. It's now all up to Try, and he's going to swing through it again. So much damage done. Oh, he's out of bullets. 37 HP. Where is this HE going? It could be close. Oh, 4 HP now. Glock out. 1 bullet required. It's a 10-second defuse. Elige has got this one under lock and key. He has done it again. He might die, but it doesn't matter. Oh, my word.
Oh, Try might die here as well. He will. Nothing saved, nothing gained. Been given those opportunities, and he's been given those frags. He's taken them. Try, though. He'll shut down Elige. And Horzerk says, not to my boy. Who do you think you are? How do you want better?
Oh, that's an amusing trade in mid. What is this? A matchmaking credit farming lobby? Vinny breaks that smoke open. Tenchi feeling like he has to push forward. Playing close door. Actually not going to show anything for now. Phelps close along with the 5-7. Again, great first bullet accuracy from Grim. Can't take the second though, and Holzer can't exactly just run out with the AWP to trade. No reason to risk throwing that away. And Floppy will run into that little setup in mid, but that's good information for Complexity that Floppy has found 2 players.
Yeah, it's pretty heads-up Counter-Strike there as well. From Cole to dip away, but also from Imperial to start going forward. But the thing is, they have A. It's just the fact they don't have long, they don't have CT. They know there's a long player. I mean, they should know he has an AK-47 as well. So how do we play this? Bomb goes down. Nate comes over. Not really a lot of damage that makes it in any way really problematic. Molly will come down. Horzerk gets another. Looks for more. Horzerk is activating. Oh my days. Can he get it tucked away? But he can't deliver on the third. It's close, but no cigar. But again, another great try. 3 kills to his name, but just not enough.
I understand him wanting to go for the AK at the end there. Obviously wants to be a bit more maneuverable once he gets it down to a 1 versus 1. But part of me wishes he maybe just played a bit of time, maybe committed to a reload.
Was the way for them. Try. He's got to hit a couple of hard ones here. There's the first. Goes in for a second as well. Oh, delivers it full blind. How's the third? Not quite there, but Vinny can bail him out of a tough situation. Try. Still here. Still delivering, and he will put up a heroic hold on towards that B side. 3 kills to his name, and that is a shutout towards B.
Takes some distraction away from his teammates. Right thing to do. And now this buy. Oh my god, he's done it again. And he's done it to try. My god. Does 2 things.
Yeah, just does 2 things, isn't it? All right, Phelps gonna try and get active off the back of the Senshi. There's one. They're doubling up as well into a short. Being MP9. Oh my god. You know, you were talking earlier about why not many people use the MP7. It's because the MP9 does stuff like that.
I know, man. So accurate mid-air. The most accurate weapon mid-air, I think, in the entire game, if I'm not mistaken. Long-range bursts needed for Floppy. Calmly takes that one, and unfortunately, now it may be a bit of a disadvantage for Imperial. Phelps has 29 HP. Complexity had wrestled it back. He needs one. He doesn't just get one, he gets both. And that is great work from Vinny. Shows up when needed. That was a buy for Complexity to help him out. The bomb is going towards short in the meantime, so it looks like Complexity are going for the A split. Minute to go. There's going to be no flash toward Longbow, and somehow, even because of that, maybe Try's just shocked there was no flash, and he gets actually damaged up, surprisingly. But in the end, got to give props to No Way. He's doing fantastic work, but Halzek has got an all-important kill. Floppy locked in behind blue box. Phelps peeking from short. Could be a lineup. Yes, sir. 4 versus 2. Floppy stuck on long. He's out of bullets. He is done for. It's all Halzek. Imperial have made an incredibly unlikely comeback happen. He's stuck in CT, of all places, and should get caught from car. He's betwixt in between. Now they know exactly where he is. He'll get caught, and Imperial have made it back to overtime. Being a streamer beforehand, it's his first professional team, and he can deliver against the top teams in the world. JT with the flashes over long prepared, but Grim doesn't even need them. No way's going to get deleted this time. And our Halzek will play off of his teammate's contact, 5v3 through long.
Flash behind it as Grim tries to cross, and he actually just makes it past in towards ramp as Halzek will deliver on towards his own. It's the classic, right? When you're looking for that final round to see it over, you get it in the first round of overtime. It's always the worst kind of case. Well, I guess the best case with now in towards overtime, but you would have liked to have done it in regulation.
Elige obviously wants to see if he can catch one more. It would be impactful to take one more kill. He now knows he's in CT. Will get spooked away. Complexity, as is always the case. I think it was my good man Hayes, and even you as well, Neo, that has always mentioned that it's a rule.
We're so close, and I think the second you go in towards overtime, it's like, right, I've got rounds to work with now, so I guess I'm not in such a hurry. The T-side starts well. We're out in towards long. Phelps, there's one to his close right as well, but Grim continues to move forward. Phelps doesn't get cleared properly, but doesn't hit his shots, and it's all falling apart. Yikes. Imperial just get absolutely destroyed.
That's actually pretty similar to that Complexity. Was it first gun round?
Yeah.
On T-side? Just absolutely destroyed them in the matter of 30 seconds. The nades keep coming in. Essentially has multiple in CT to use to try and make something happen, but unfortunately it's not going to work. One small factor that I think is actually kind of interesting, Complexity have purposely chosen to take the A1S's phase, for pain at least. Yeah, FaZe have managed to make it through that one in the lower bracket. 13-8 on map 3. So FaZe stay alive in Rio, and Pain are the first home team to be eliminated. Gasenshi fighting through mid-door. That's very surprising he's able to get away with that, and to be fair, Floppy does well to trade it, considering the angle was tight.
Halzek, speaking of a tight angle, just the pixels there, but your reposition, bomb on his back. Where do we want to go? Try holding for a push out from doors. And our Halzek posted, if Try goes even a little bit to the right, he's a dead man walking. Halzek, patience is a virtue. And while we've been, praising the both of them, and I guess in particular Elijah's Horzuk, who's starting to run away with the numbers game at the tail end here. Floppy, does he clear? Horzuk, he doesn't. Floppy thankfully trades, but takes a real chunk of damage. He's 1 point of HP.
That was a 99 in 1 dink from the AUG there. It can be a one-shot headshot, really close range. Unfortunately, that's just out of range. And Grim has done great work to deal with No Way. It's all Phelps. He knows exactly what's going on with Grim's position, but it's a great angle held. Nice little off-angle position, and Phelps will walk straight into it.
CT side as well, is where Elige was doing all his heroics, pushing up and towards suicide, and Horzuk was going huge to the AUG, but he'll continue exactly like that.
Good response. At least No Way and try. Keep the conversation interesting. Elige stuck lower, but he gets away with his duel on Phelps, only taking 1 bullet of damage as well. He has the opportunity to dive through that mid-door smoke to retreat. He knows there needs to be some help put into place on B, but Try will manage to catch him first. That's big. Need to break open the smoke. Doesn't really break it open properly, and even though he manages to right-click a deeper lurk smoke, there's not really an opportunity to get his way in until that incendiary burns Vinny into the open, and Grim, quick tunnels flank, not being looked at. No Way needs to be careful. Great adjustment from Grim. It's now all Try, and he's stuck on cart.
This is tough. This is seriously tough for Try. He's got 2, needs a quad clutch for him. He's looking towards window. He knows he's running towards tunnels. It's all a timing player. Where is Horzuk? There he is. But Horzuk just quicker. What a map from the King. Just shy of 30 kills to his name. He goes 29 and 16. And it will be Complexity taking the map 16 to 12. Trav, that was an absolutely heroic performance from Complexity to take Imperial's map pick. After the initial dink on towards Phelps, they pop the brakes ever so slightly. In come the smokes as well. One of it towards CT1 to catch them rotating out. And actually now Phelps left quite isolated. He needs a bit of support. They're going to try and flash in for fight. And No Way will deliver. Looks for 2. Gets it. Desenchi delivers as well. And this is actually a really good response coming through. Elysian Floppy left with it all to do. And this is by no means an easy one. In the 2 versus 3, Desenchi pushes the smoke. Perfect timing. Floppy, gotta go huge. Good for 1. Looking for the second as well. He's getting pressured as well. He's dancing around. He's above him as well. This is carnage. But it can't be delivered. That was close for a moment, but no, not to be. That's the start Imperial needed.
In the following round, which is surprising, considering how that pistol went, 2 Galils are available. No helmets on either, though, so they are susceptible to every weapon Imperial have.
Oh, Vinny.
There we go.
He was ready for that. Absolutely. Horzuk, bit of pressure here. Deagle, it's messy, and it will be more kills just going the way of Imperial, bit by bit, chipping them away. A couple do come back in kind of quick succession from Complexity. You can't count the round out completely, but Grim had to get one there. JT left all alone. It should be a forlorn conclusion here, and it will be. Phelps will clean it up, and only a couple of casualties against that force buy. That's not bad. Just heading in towards this is their CT side, right? So they can put up quite a stable one here, put the pressure on. Who knows? Complexity, first true buy. It's Floppy for the first kill. It'll come over, takes a little bit of damage. That Molotov as well might tickle the toes slightly, but he'll drop one of his own.
Oh, Vinny, this little right-click smoke actually might give him a chance to do something with it. I thought maybe it was a bit more shallow than it was, though. I don't think you can see anything. But he might be able to peer above the plywood. Good nade damage and a good win on Floppy. They are going to be pouncing on this one, Complexity. We're in toward B with a couple, and they're kind of peeking one by one here. JT's gone on his own with the bomb somewhat. Let's dropped it on the side. This is very weird from Complexity to start this game. Once again, Grim on that mid lurk will get his kill, but look at Phelps. Elige should be done for, but he is in a pretty interesting position. It might go unchecked, and it is. Oh no. Poor Phelps, and even Elige playing trigger discipline in this scenario is crazy. He'll eventually get it, and it might set up Grim to do more damage. It absolutely will. That's unbelievable. And Vinny, 2 kills. Even he's getting caught out. And you know what? He still has an opportunity here in this 1v1. Who knows?
What is this round? How has Elige made this a 1v1? He's getting active as well. Vinny is so low. Just peeking as well. But Elige is not quite spotted from here. He set himself up perfectly. Vinny, this has got to be a masterful swing and attack. But he'll get it as well. I can't believe it. How has Vinny pulled that off? I mean, how has Elige get that into 1 versus 1, first of all? But Vinny, that is actually brilliant.
I mean, he's 8-0. I'm like, what on earth? Oh my word! It's not like he was 100 health and a dink could have come through and kill might not have been converted. In the end, it has to be said it was a messy round from Complexity where they kind of peeked one by one toward B, ran up 1v1, and deserved to lose it. And it looks like right now Imperial are backing up those previous successes. They're walking through smokes. This is looking very weird early game.
I think they really need to bring TC in towards the conversation because this is not looking like Complexity at all. They've actually been pretty solid on this map in the past, and we know that statistically it's one of their better ones. JT, bit of pressure. Couple of taps as well, but he will be seen off. 5-0 star, all 5 stay alive for Imperial as well. This is brilliant. Just to mention as well, speaking of the number 5, that's the win streak that Complexity have on this map.
Ah yes, the exact opposite happens. We love Counter-Strike.
That is the definition of the caster's curse in a way. Phelps will get a bit of damage dealt his way. Elige, he will take a lot to that nade. He'll drop one of his own, so no way, not exactly healthy, but the first fight, Phelps, good, looks for a second. Oh, and he gets them with the help of no way as well, brilliant.
Yeah, should get caught in the open as well, Holzerk. Grimmer once again is being a nuisance on these mid lurks. He's getting success nearly every single round, but on a couple of them it's been a bit too late, I'm afraid. 11 HP. Essentially holding the angle straight up. What a pre-fire headshot, that's glorious. And no way is 3 HP. And he is the closest. Ooh, he is the closest to Grim. And with try on the AWP, you never know. I mean, it's one of those that could actually get out of hand. We saw Vinny win an impossible clutch, being 1 bullet from death. Can Grim do the same? The main problem is, of course, there isn't that bomb in his possession. Stuck on the ramp.
You heard
try
that.
Toward gap. Maybe heard something, like you say, big white swing, or hits 2 or 3 bullets, but Try will take it, and the clean sheet remains intact.
The 2 standout performers in towards map number 1, and they're yet to get active. Once again, ramp control going to be that early priority as Noe gets a Molotov down to stop them taking top control. And Phelps takes so much damage to the molly there. I don't know what happened there, but I don't think he realized he was in the flames. He's barely alive.
I don't know if my eyes are not working, but I feel like that was a damage taken in one chunk. I don't know if he got wallbanged or something. There's going to be the boost coming through now, and actually Phelps was 1 bullet from death through whatever. So, through the wall, he will get found. Great idea for Complexity to put that into practice finally. Get that vision over through elevator into CT. Finally have something to work with here. They have a 5 versus 4. They have full ramp control. Elige now figures out there's a heaven player. And figures out there's maybe at least 2 or 3 more around the side, but no way. Oh, that was the opportunity.
Yeah.
So hard to deal with, though, on that sort of left eye peek, I feel like. It's not a nice right eye peek from that angle. Try. Now has all the work to do. And once again, Grim. Oh my god, how much success has he found doing this? It's how you might just now work out in a round victory, but Grim has been so annoying. He'll finally get removed, but JT will get the smoke spam. And essentially was low from earlier on. So Neo, Complexity, with a little bit more of a calculated round, it has to be said, have broken through.
Yeah, finally, they just get one, right? I mean, I think it felt for me where these early rounds, they were maybe a little bit lackadaisical, you know, their approach, a little laissez-faire in terms of how they were trying to get into them, and just thinking, you know, we won Raw Angels in the first map, let's just do it again. And Imperial, they mentally reset really well, it seemed, in that break. Essentially, 1, not quite the second though. So good trade from Floppy, sticking together with JT, making sure nothing saved, but no issues really rebuying in.
Now the team figures out answers. And suddenly a 6-0 half can turn into 7-5 or maybe even 6-all. It can happen. And Complexity would then be definite favourites. Or the nades and toward Try. It's so awkward. You know what? He does well to get one. He probably shouldn't be alive anymore, but he still is. And he's found one more. Phelps can then come in and help out. And maybe it was just a flash in the pan for Complexity. Imperial 7-1. And in their favour for Brazil this time.
Yeah, this ramp control is getting absolutely 0 mileage. They cannot take ramp. They are struggling. Shadow betrayed, and I think Phelps having a little bit of fun there, and honestly, just scaring him. Grim, he's a known quantity. His Shadow will betray him all the way around in this fight, so even though Phelps gives him the space and I mean, gives him the respect. In all fairness, there's no chance. Not at all. Try at range, sees it off. Great round from him. 3 kills to his name. He shouldn't have even got 1, if we're being completely honest.
He didn't get a decider, and Phelps is being cheeky again. In the smoke toward bottom ramp, it is being looked at, and that's going to be blown open. It didn't blow it open, and they should surely gets 1. Yeah, there we go. So he takes a leash, but JT was always going to be there. So an easy, quick 1 for 1. I think, to be fair, in the end, Phelps will be considered slightly fortunate to get away with that one.
Well, in all honesty,
ramp control.
That 1 misnade actually does have pretty big ramifications, right? Because the fact that Phelps even gets away with 1, he never should have had that luxury. And who knows? I mean, just having that numbers advantage could be massive in a moment like this now, where they wouldn't be at a man disadvantage. There's no way activated perfectly.
Yeah, man advantage. So impactful in these situations. That is a good nade to break open that LE smoke. But complexity, it looks like they might just try and shift up onto the site here and get a safe, in speech marks, plant. It's not really that safe at all. And it's definitely not safe when you get taken down through smokes. Oh, poor JT. It will go down, but as Hulzuk tries to fall away from the plant, it's all down to Grim. 1 tap, 2 kills, looking for a 3rd. Oh, it's so close. He needed 1 more bullet, and he would have been ready for Desenshi's rotation as well. Nice try, Grim, but Complexity just can't get anything going. Boost toward Gap. Oh, this could be awkward if Elige wanders up here. He'll probably see a knee first. It is being looked at by No Way, but that barrel could protrude. There it is. Should see it. Gets 1. Thankfully, No Way does react, but Floppy has found Try in the meantime. And they have ramp control again, but they need to find a way to finally translate it. Oh. That's rough.
Yeah. No way. He should be dead here. Oh, just get a tag up towards JT before falling. 2v4. Complexity, we can't lose this. We cannot lose this. And 1-for-1 trade, it still makes this very difficult for Desenshi. The nade, a little bit of damage on towards JT, just not quite on the right spot. And I think he just keeps hold of the AK here. It's not that they're exactly in money troubles. I mean, a little bit to a degree, but I think just for him, it'll be that priority of keeping hold of that AK-47. Grim are the ideas. 8-2. 8-2. Complexity. This should be a 3rd, surely, fellas. You know, there's barely even pistol investments in a couple of cases.
Money being all over the place means that they can afford a Hero M4 on Desenshi. And Try has more than enough money for that AWP in the next. And there is an M4 doing good work. And now he'd definitely be advised to possibly finding a teammate to give it to on 14 HP. He's done his job. Is Try close enough to maybe pick it up, swap it over?
Yeah,
Phelps is spotted. There we go. He has to be wary of another player to the left, of course, or to the right.
Oh, hang on.
Actually, he might choose to bypass it. This is so smart from Elige, man. It might get caught off, but I really appreciate this choice. He's going to be behind the main ramp. Oh, he hasn't seen double stack. He hasn't seen double stack. Hang on, it's Whiffy. He gets 1 back, but should die, and does to Desenshi. It's out all Floppy out of nowhere.
How? Against this sort of buy, how are we losing this? Not just yet, though. Floppy. Up towards the bomb as well. Vinny's not going to go on. Vinny's going to walk into demise. Oh, my God. Floppy. He bails the boys out, but the fact that they even had to work that hard for that sort of round. Still. A timid start to the round. I say that. Elige, he'll get caught. No way. Good for his, as JT starting to move their way forward as well. Only head showing as well, and Vinny will be able to deliver with that MP7. Might go in for seconds off the back of his flash. 1 in towards backwire. 2nd there as well as Grim gets both. Orp should catch him, will try. What have he got for us? 2 versus 3. Numbers favouring that of Imperial, and that flank is expertly timed. Try doesn't need to peek. He doesn't need to move. This is one of Phelps. Not again. Phelps. He overlooks the position again, but it's not to be. 9-3 at the half. We'll see if things will continue after the break. A surefire thing, and the way we're at the moment, it feels like map 3 is our destiny. Phelps and Floppy, others divided by a single plank of wood. So we'll see whether they meet eventually, and they do. Shots to the nuts there from Floppy as he's from below. Balzac catches Try, blind into Senshi, also gets clipped. This is the star complexity needed, but it's not done just yet. Vinny, he's had his moments.
He has. He's got the spicy new Glock as well until he throws it off the map. Thanks, Vinny. Appreciate that, dude. But he has the opportunity. Grim thinks he could still come through window, so a quick check to close right. That's where he checked for a lead in that clutch, if you remember, on low HP. Looks like he wants to try that. Pre-fire, misses a few shots though, and then gets gooshed up by Holzerk. Big for complexity. A must win. They will win.
But in particular, it's hard on that T side, so we'll see what Try can deliver when he gets to those opportunities. He'll be the one wielding the quote-unquote hero Galil in this sense. It is a couple of P250s beside it. Holzerk for 3. Okie dokie. Can we get all 5? Maybe just. Vinny sees him off there at the end, and he will only get 1. Holzerk, quad kill. Nice and simple. I had a nap earlier, which was quite nice, I have to say. Not live.
Well, we've waffled, guys, through the tech pause. I hope we entertained you at least somewhat, because now the action is back. And Imperial, 9-5 up. Is the pace going to be changed? After a tech pause, going for something super speedy could absolutely catch out your opponent. And you know what? It's caught out a leash.
Yeah. Pants around his ankles. Oh, JT. He had a moment to get a drop there. U-turn hand, and he'll be caught. B-side open. But it's a 3 versus 3, and Floppy, he's still lurking in towards lower stairs. He's looking for him. Oh my god, Vinny. He's going to clear him. He just has the better gun when it comes towards wallbang damage. And yeah, unfortunately for Floppy, he might have had the drop, but the MP9 is not as impactful through that metal fence.
Huh. Grim and Holzek are both here, but Grim wants to go searching to figure out if Imperial are still committed to B, and essentially in a fantastic position, and there we go. With the flank in mid, catching Holzek in the side, he gets Imperial their first T round, and pretty quickly at that as well. They're in such a good position, and honestly...
Let's see, Floppy. He's got the flash lined up from back 90. Here it comes in the flames as well. He tries to at least get 1 before he falls. He's actually managed to escape the flames. I think even he's puzzled. He runs out of ammo. Getting 1 isn't terrible, but this is going to require something special from the pistols. And Grim goes huge, looks for 2, delivers as well as Try will also get caught. Maybe a slight overextension, gets slightly greedy, but 2 rifles and a deagle, surely unlosable in a 1 versus 3.
Bomb is recoverable for no way, but surely Complexity might decide to triple swing. It's almost unlosable that way. They might still find a way. Oh, they almost clutched defeat from the jaws of victory. That was too close.
We will be looking at most likely a 7th on the board. Complexity not out of this game just yet. It might have been a lackluster start, but they have started to find their form.
Oh, JT. That's a lot of damage. Fair play. That's he doesn't get a single kill yet. He's done a great job there. He's warded them away. Phelps does have some space to work with toward A. Holzek is keeping a close eye on it. The resmoke toward Gap will allow him some more space to push forward, and it looks like Imperial are going to now team up, because Phelps will be saying, listen guys, I actually have ramp control somewhat. I'm behind the smoke toward Gap. I can do something with this. They are planning a boost. Be a good timing for this, but Phelps is wandering near that smoke. Need to be careful, and in comes the dink. Now it's very, very scary. Elige caught in between a rock and a hard place, finally gets the kill, but in come the pistols. Try only has a Glock. He does well to find 1, and the bomb will go down thanks to Vinny. But now they're so damaged up, it might have to be Desenchi going absolutely crazy here. And Floppy, Vinny will go down. It's now Desenchi. Low HP on Elige, and JT's gone first. 1 bullet to find on Elige, but he can't hit it. Oh my word, what a lifeline that could prove to be for Complexity.
Oh, they are so fortunate once again. 4 points of HP on Elige. How has he survived? Yeah, exactly.
Pistols can do so much work if the execute comes through and pinches certain CTs. What was the HP, I think, of the previous one? It was like 14 or 13 or something.
Yeah,
so
something like that.
17 health between, what, 12-5 and 10-7? Absolutely insane. And unfortunately for Holzerk, again, the next round has started poorly. Grim, surely she'll pounce when he sees utility being thrown. He will, but Floppy's gone down in the meantime, and B can be taken.
Senshi, nice find. JT gets caught. Grim and Elige, what's the plan here? What's the play? I don't know if we've got one, if we're being completely honest. We might just be sort of turtling up and keeping on of what we've got. I don't think that's a bad call by any means. They don't really have the long-term funds to work with. Even with these 2 guns saved, I don't know if we're going to be getting any sort of a buyout here. Shadow spotted, so Phelps will fall. But still, you know, we're not giving this a go. And the real question mark is, what are Complexity going to do in towards this next round? Like we said, they're just not going to have the money to work with in terms of a buy. So is it going to be forcing around these 2 guns and hoping that they can really find some form? And maybe arguably we have to take a risk as well.
It's drawn a lot of rotations. There are 4 players around this portion of the map right now.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe a slight over-rotation. I mean, Elige's got to try and slow them down desperately. Spots 1. Now I'd assume we'll try and call over at least 1 person to come support him. Now, Molotov hasn't spread to his position, so he can reclaim some space, but actually by not rotating, the bomb's going back to a heavily stacked site here. What is happening? And P9 of Floppy overextends, jumping in there. Honestly, getting 2 is actually pretty impressive.
I'm very impressed by that. And now Holzerk with the scout can just continue to tag and frag. Try is down to 29 HP. Grim's here to help out. Now it is just Try, and Holzerk once again delivers, whether it's Scout or AWP. He's having a great series. Huge round to win. This would be a great recovery. They've had a number of those T rounds, which we obviously criticised, rightly so, but they're kind of just going one by one and looking a bit lost for some unknown reason, it feels like, considering how well drilled they've looked on this map previously. Still 3 behind. Imperial, though, always when your opponents are on 11, you always feel like you have a chance, no matter how far you are behind, and it's only that 3. Little boost for Elige. They're not looking for it. Could be 2, or almost was. He manages to strafe away. And Holzerk has found Phelps at the end, and the amount of damage he did to Try means that banked HE finds 1 more as well. This buy you mentioned for Imperial that was so important has been deleted within 30 seconds.
Essentially, he's barely alive. That 1 foot in the grave situation puts all the onus here on Vinny. This round should be done. And if Complexity do it flawlessly as well, how that flips the narrative of where the momentum is in this game. Oh my. The big thing is just making sure that Imperial don't get a plant, right? If they get a plant, they might have a little bit of reserve cash to do something in the next round. If they don't get a plant out here, which, I mean, in all fairness, a plant feels highly unlikely. It will mean that Cole should, without breaking too much of a sweat, get the important legs spotted and spammed. That's also the bomb too. That should be the round.
Oh, if it's 5 alive, that is huge as well. Or even wanted. I mentioned how hard it is to AWP on Vertigo. I've seen many a rifling setup work really well, and in the end, JT does see him. And honestly, it's very small micro. There was an opportunity just to wait a few seconds there and kill him after time. Essentially looking to move his way forward next to this smoke. There is a deep re-smoke from Complexity. Might be pretty awkward to fight through. He will manage to find 1, but here is Floppy. He needed to deliver. His site mate has been removed, and he's found 3. Vinny tries to use the pallet, but Floppy's deleted all 3 of them.
Something about flop and can't stop, eh?
They've actually managed to put the silent boost into practice here. Thankfully, those boosts are all fixed, so get them up successfully. Floppy needs to be ready. There's flashes coming over. Okay, it's a dink at least. It's not that bad. It's going to be a good molly on toward that default plant position as well, and actually will force Phelps off of it. He's healthy, thankfully. Maybe a couple of tags to that molly on toward Noe would have taken him down. Here's another nade. It will do a decent chunk, but Grim and Holzerk, now a lot of pressure on this retake. Noe playing on the pallet, on the low HP. Phelps is now here to support. This is a great decision from Imperial, and it's going to catch out Complexity. Holzerk should know they're on his left. He waited for that smoke to fade, but Phelps has better vision over the corner of it, and Imperial at least have another overtime.
Yeah, look at that. The celebrations, they get the noise back. It's not to be. JT, only an MP9. Holzerk's got his AWP, which is good, sure. He being set up, will bank over and will do a healthy bit of damage as Holzerk for that first. That's important. Tries to be spotted, but I don't know if Elige wants to stick around here.
That's the assertive Holzerk we needed to see, and he's managed to find a second as well. Imperial found a really good way to break through for that one round to guarantee overtime, but Complexity will hit straight back. Pick that, because you can pick to put it anywhere on the gun you want, pretty much. Like, you can drag it anywhere, like stickers now, so it's like, yeah, I think a bit of revising with that would go a long way.
True.
Little dangle.
Well, Vinny will get nothing short of just a consolation frag. That's it. Leach gets caught, but it is what it is.
JT on the MP9 still. They wanted to focus on rebuying up utility, of course, so they actually can't get him on an M4 in the final round of regulation, which is a bit annoying. Prefers the MP9 over the FAMAS. Don't blame him. Already kind of won a round all by himself on that MP9. Floppy needs to deliver. Bomb drop. That's huge. Oh my word, he's done so much damage. Try and Essentially are so low. He's right on the edge of the building. I'm feeling nervous just watching him, but that damage could be enough. Elite, though, he's going to walk into the mid-window, and Phelps is boosted. Quick headshot. And even despite the health, there's still a world for Imperial to take this in reg.
Floppy. He'll double back to back white. Like you mentioned, though, that bomb being dropped is the all-important thing. We've tried, essentially, just so low. If only that HE, if only that a Molotov. They could even confirm a couple of kills in this position, but it's not to be for now. Smoke will come down. Perfectly placed as well to just sow the seeds of doubt.
There.
Yeah.
Oh, the jump on top of mid-box when he gets Floppy one. It's going to have to be JT. He's made one step on the grate. They might have heard that. They might realise he's behind default. And no way he's hit an incredible shot. It's Holzerk with the AWP in a clutch, and they're all so low. How on earth does he deal with this? Oh, they're planting in the open. That's incredibly risky. But Phelps will find their kill anyway in a map which Imperial have struggled on so much and Complexity are so good on.
Complexity, they've had some ups and downs on this map, and I think it's unfortunately a little bit more downs in the sense, you know, losses at Pro League to the likes of M80, to Liquid before that, the 4 showdowns, to Falcons pretty handily, and Liquid 2 on the way with the pistol, and the Julies good for 1, for 2, looking for 3 as well. He will get sniped away by Grim, and this is looking like a very good start for Complexity.
And they have chosen to start CT, so interesting.
Want the strong start second half, you know what I mean? Get there, yeah.
They want to try and like get as many rounds as possible, and then sort of like say, okay, guys, now we're on the favored side. Let's just relax, do our thing, and we should be all right. You have to say, super mobile. One of the best teams I've seen on it actually, managed to figure that out. I think it's been Eternal Fire lately, actually, especially up to that Pro League run. They're very good at that CT aggression on this map. So pistol's going to go well. Finny tries to nab the bomb, and Helzwick says, what on earth are you doing? I will take the kill. And the pistol goes their way.
Generally speaking, on these fade smokes, the player on the other side of it has the side advantage. As long as Holzwick isn't exposed, he can get one and get it for free.
Floppy will figure out what's coming his way.
Ooh.
Outside A. Lots of noise being made by Elige, though, on that rotation. He's not been quiet about that at all. Phelps has hit, I think, 2 headshots through that brick. Tough angle to remove. He tries to go super cheeky for it, but guess what? Elige just staying alive means that help has come through. He'll finally be removed, and 2 kills do come back, but great work from Holzerk in the meantime. Oh, Grim goes down to Desenchi, though. Hang on. 2v2. Complexity are still in good positions with the bomb in main, and of course,
not overextend, but they are playing divided, so this bomb will get planted. There's nothing that really Complexity can do about it.
Essentially, could still have a big part to play in this round, but it might still come down to the last few seconds. Big swing. Oh, amazing crosshair placement. JT tried to just run him down, knowing the situation, and now Floppy has got this kit. Can he isolate the duels? No, he can't. Desenchi comes in and checks it. Huge round from Desenchi. I think it was even Elige in one of our
kind of being that player who didn't have a lot of that top level experience, or barely any of that top level experience. But my God, has he come into his own on this team? They've given him the roles, they've given him the space and the time to work with, and yeah, what a talent.
Yeah, making a major, of course. It's just incredible that he's come from there to get stickers in the game. Oh, lots of damage done to Complexity. Holzerk actually does well to strafe away there as that resmoke comes through. And they have got a 5v4 with Phelps dropping, and no way 17 HP, but it's significant across the map. Elige always going to get flashed in, but it doesn't touch Desenchi. Another brilliant headshot from him. And Floppy wants to go searching. A flash in that smoke. That's going to completely blind up Try. It took a second, but he gets the kill. Great proactivity from Complexity. They know they had to do that. Otherwise, Imperial will have the control around the map.
Tough spot for Grim, though. This fight into Vinny is important. He gets it. And now he gets the support as well. Doesn't even need it. It feels essentially also going to get clipped too. All down to no way. In a 1 versus 4. And he's not given that luxury. It was a timely play on that flank, and JT gets in behind really well.
Of course, Na'Vi and Liquid currently going down on the main broadcast. They could have taken map 1 over there.
Yeah.
So, Elige looking to be flashed in, although there's a world in which they could have possibly lined up, but great little spin away from nowhere to keep his vision. But once again, JT will reaggress. JT's individual level has been pretty solid. He had a very slow vertigo, but he's shown up in important moments. That double MP9 kill comes to mind to basically win a round single-handedly on the B site of vertigo, and another big one from him here. Great adjustment and a recovery of the advantage.
And now what? JT. Just tuck. They go actually really proactive out here in towards A main, so they're going to chart to get potentially a bit of a flank. Floppy, you've got the right idea. Trust yourself. Back yourself. Pretty well. No, wait. Tap down there by Floppy. It leaves it all down to 2. Try and Phelps. Oh, this is not an easy one for them, especially with an AWP as well. A lot of this reliance comes down to what Phelps can do. And the answer is nothing. Grim and JT will make sure that there's no conversation there at the end. Only the one casualty to shut down the next investment. That's really good. But Complexity are inching closer in this final map. We had a 3-mapper, of course, in our previous series. Another one here. That's exactly what we want. At Rio, S tier. And for us as well, we don't get that many opportunities as well at these S tier events. So it's good to get these lengthy games. Elige, he'll get caught early.
Nade is good on toward Phelps. Floppy close doors. Usually the A player. Maybe he won't be expected here. Maybe he won't be expected to go aggressive. He's found a good gap here. Slip the timing, and Grim will peek with him to deal with Phelps. JT will then swing. Oh, it's bad timing for no way. Vinny was not holding the angle correctly. Bit of miscommunication there for sure, but it's still a 3v3.
Grim. I'll play over towards backside. Nade. A little bit of damage as well. Swing. Ooh, what a reaction from Vinny. That is great for that first, but the response is arguably as good. Horzuk doesn't want to get tunnel visioned in here as well. He's all alone in a 1 versus 2. What have you got for us, King? He looked to the first, delivers. Horzuk surely not, and essentially denies what could have been an absolute clip there. A second taken by Imperial, but they have to really work for these rounds.
Horzuk close, but not this time. Second is good, but they need more. And of course, Complexity. There have been a number of close rounds. Grim spotted E-Box, but only a ding. Thankfully, JT's there. So yeah, there's been a number of close rounds, which means Complexity's money isn't perfect. It's a bit split. So Imperial could break them somewhat and still get some decent rounds on this T half.
Elige. Good.
Nice.
Fine. On towards Phelps. That's important. Keeps the numbers in favour. Ooh, I say that only briefly. The flick from Horzuk doesn't find what he was looking for. Floppy going to tuck himself over towards the table. An angle often cleared, and actually Try might just flash no way into this.
Yeah. Picking up some of that now.
You can hear them.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise, and actually he'll continue peeking, but it's actually the Mac 10 to best him. Leach has to go aggressive. Oh, it's not been heard. It's not been heard. Oh, until the very last second, he was running a long way there, Elige. What a great check from Try. They should know JT is often that B player, and even though he gets that kill, he's been brought down to 1 bullet from death. Sure, Try and no way they're walking wounded too, but with the money as it is, we know what JT's answer is going to be. Grab that AWP, get out of there. Yeah,
tuck his tail between his legs and run. I just don't think there's a world in which we can make this one work for you.
Huge. Lee did amazing work in mid, actually, in that round to avoid the molly and actually win his duel in the end, but overall, couldn't get that second to possibly change the outcome. Working toward mid. Smokes are up, but he needs to be wary. Great counter nade, essentially down to 50. Unleash could swing at any moment. Great flash. They're both so blind. He finds one. Knife has to be out. He's got him. He's got him. Try gets embarrassed. Unleash, he had only that option to go to, and he manages to get the two.
That's ridiculous. How has he got away with that? Will Floppy get cleared? Yes, it's the answer from Phelps. Okay, round's still on here, but I can't believe Unleash gets away with a knife. At the very least, that's money in the back pocket.
Oh, and that's Grim again. He's 14-3. He's 14-3. 2 kills in mid. Again, in mid is so important on this map, and he has owned it so often for Complexity. Imperial do well to actually recover the round a little bit anyway after the madness of that knife situation in mid. But no way now. Stark last alive. I think he knows that obviously he's got the AWP of Holzak locked in. There's no reason for that AWP to peak, but he's being pretty juicy with it. It's Holzak. Here's where 2 players are now, no way. But that's a great shot from JT from camera. And they'll at least confirm a slight lead, and it could be more.
Complexity. These rounds are quick as well. I mean, they're so happy to fight in the early rounds, which is great to see. They're not allowing Imperial to play their game just yet. Both spotted. Got information on 2. One in towards Dark, one front E-box. I think they know that they can't really stick around too long. Try a lot of damage. Phelps awesome as well. We'll get tagged up just a little bit. Molotov going to force try out, but he is given the luxury of escaping. No way. Floppy for 2. He gets active, proactive, outside of A main. And well, now, what's the play here? Vinny, he was lurking and Grim will catch him just the edge of that smoke. Elise just baffled as one comes his way, and then he gets flanked by Phelps. What is happening here?
Flank on flank on flank. It's non-stop. Phelps 1 versus 2. Both players are in position. Bomb needs to be recovered. Needs a pre-aim, and it's not going to happen. Grim has had an absolute monstrous half. 17-4, Neo. Incredible CT side from him.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous.
Try's got the new dualies. The Hydro Strike. What can he put forth here? Great flash. Oh my word, that was 2 bullets and he's got 2 kills. It could be more. He has munched them all up. Quad kill. Could be on for the ace, but it's going to be stolen by Phelps. Who cares? It's a clean-ass pistol.
That is brilliant. Perfect. You know, that is absolutely a read. There's no 2 ways about it. They knew exactly what Complexity default to.
But now on the T side, he's going to have to hit more of those. A little bit of mid-presence being shown. Re-smoking toward main, and Grim will cross over to the left side. JT finds Phelps, so that's huge. He's now got full E-box control. And he's going to have support from Desenchi in a moment, being a good nade on toward Grim. How do they pincer this together? Shoulder spotted. Grim will now creep his way through. That smoke could help him, but Desenchi will at least find it. JT dinked as well. So they may have the site, may have an advantage, but Imperial can battle back here.
Yeah, they don't have to commit. JT is just sort of a bait and switch, because look, they're already starting to move in route in towards A, but it's a timing play as well. Elige, he's going to be tested in a second as well. He doubles away. Try will probably be the first line of defense, and now Elige just spotted out his gun barrel, so Try sort of has to tuck his head away and wait for support to come through, which is the case in fact. Just Try looking to go. Elige needs to be careful. No way. And Try both above him. This is a scrappy one as well, left down to 1. Floppy's got to go huge. 1, 2, surely not the 3rd. Floppy lays down the law. That is brilliant. I'm sure he didn't expect them all to line up like that, but he will take them and mow them down. That was beautiful. This is feeling like it's getting towards the beginning of the end. 1 spotted Elige. Another great start for him. He looks for a second as well, and he'll get it. Elige, he is unstoppable at the moment.
Oh, he's even managed to win the duel on No Way as well. Triple kill. Equals himself up on 17 with Grim. And that's, as I said earlier, when Complexity are at their most scary. When it's those two playing so well together, when Floppy can be clutching. Sure, you know, I can preface this by saying, in the nicest way possible, it is only Imperial, a last-minute stand-in for this event. But this is the sort of game for Complexity. Sure, they'll be very upset that they lost Vertigo, but it's a confidence builder and a builder into the event. So you need these sort of builders into events when, of course, you start with a best of 1 and a best of 3, where you could maybe just get eliminated on day 1.
Hi guys, subscribe to Yourself YouTube. That's a big brain move. So make sure to subscribe and become a better player. Your turn.
Make sure to not miss the upshot and press the mouse one button on the subscribe button.
Headshot, subscribe.
Yikes.
They don't need to do anything at the moment as well. They know they've done some early damage. At least one of the bits of damage is confirmed. Pop flash in here could be huge. Elite actually going to just double away from doors in mid. Speaking of double, we're stacked it. Floppy gets one. Looks for a second as well. Yeah, tries low. I don't think we want to be sticking around there, my friend. And he realizes he has to get out. Phelps will fall, tapping away Horzek. Bit of a slower map by his standards. And so far this series, being the lights out performer. Bot bomb on his back. We don't need to die for no reason. Elige comes alive again as he ties up Grim on 19.
He'll be a second too late to even drop into water and get a kill here, I think. Bomb is down. Grim's got outside B main. Everyone's got every single eventuality covered. And Grim will find his 20th kill. Only 7 deaths, like you mentioned as well. He's an absolute monstrous performance. And it's Try with 9 HP to save Imperial. And I'm afraid, for the Brazilian sakes, this ain't gonna happen. Complexity will stay alive. Imperial, fair play to them. They get a very unlikely vertigo, of course, in a tournament they didn't even expect to be here. But they're gone, and Complexity, they're still here.